Well. Here we are again. Yep, you guys read the title right. We are once again complaining about Good Smile Company. I had mentioned in my previous, I think it was my previous Dust and Discuss video, where I was also complaining about Good Smile, I believe. I mentioned how recently all of my Dust and Discuss videos have just been of me complaining, and I think they've all been of Good Smile, about Good Smile in some way. So much so that I was like, I should probably rename these types of videos instead of Dust and Discuss to have something about complaining or like bitching in some way. And somebody had commented on that video telling me I should rename this Clean and Complain. So shout out. Shout out to you. It's just Good Smile Company really has a way of pissing off their customers. So if you guys haven't gotten the memo, Good Smile Company, and it's been a few weeks since this announcement was made, and it's gonna be a few weeks more before you guys see this video. First of all, grab your figures. I'm so heated that like I'm just trying to get right into it. Grab your figures, grab your brush or whatever you use to clean your figures, and let's get started. Okay, recently Good Smile Company came out with a notice about some changes they're going to be making with their packaging. Apparently, they're trying to be more environmentally friendly. What they're going to be doing essentially is they're going to be removing the blister package from their Nendoroids, and this update for packaging is for Nendoroid specifically. They're going to be removing the blister pack that comes inside the Nendoroid that holds the damn figure and the accessories together. Yeah, that gone. Bye. And then they're going to be removing the window. So you know how usually when you get a Nendoroid, you can see the figure through the box. There's that clear window. That's gone. So it's just going to be a solid box. And then on top of that, they're going to be reducing the size. So instead of like a rectangular or like a taller box, it's going to be a shorter, more condensed box. I will include images here, of course. And I wrote down some notes and I wrote down some points, and bottom line, I think this is a horrible idea. I think a lot of people agree with this. From the comments I've seen and the responses I've seen online, everybody seems pissed. Like I said, I wrote down some points that I want to talk about on specifically why this is a horrible idea. And then I'll go ahead and read some responses online, I think. Yeah, let's get into it. So first off, they say that they're changing the packaging in order to be more environmentally friendly and reduce the use of plastic. Now, while I do think that is very considerate and kind, I am honestly calling bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm never gonna get sponsored by Good Smile Company. You do not care. Let's be so real right now. You do not care about being environmentally friendly. Good Smile cares about reducing packaging because it reduces the materials being used, which reduces the cost of making the product. That's what I believe, and I think they're just hiding behind the guise of trying to be this aware brand that no, I don't think they're trying to be environmentally friendly. But if that is true, because Good Smile is going to be using less material and completely taking out the blister boxes and, you know, reducing the size of the box altogether, I either want to see A, shipping costs go down, or B, the price of the Nendoroid go down, or both. So here are some issues with the new packaging. The first issue, and I think the most obvious one, is breakage. This packaging is going to be completely made of just cardboard, and the accessories are going to be inside cardboard too, and they're like in little sections. And again, you'll see a picture of how the parts are going to be sitting inside this box. If you look at this photo, we both know that by the time your Nendoroid shows up on your doorstep, that thing is going to be nearly disintegrated. There is no way those parts are A, not going to be flying all over the goddamn place inside that cardboard box. B, there's no way that box is not going to be absolutely demolished and crushed during shipping. There's just no way. I think you can have the most careful mailman or UPS man or whatever, FedEx man, and there's still a high probability of these boxes accidentally getting crushed. There's gonna be a lot of complaints coming in of broken packages, broken figures, and all that. Why did they think this was a good idea? I don't know. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall during that meeting. The next big issue is with bootlegs and scams. So bootlegs are not a new concept. I'm sure the brand is also aware that there are bootlegs that exist of their products, okay? Well, now that you can't see through that clear window, plastic window on the front of the box, it's so easy to just pop a bootleg figure in there, y'all. Even if the box is real, right? You can't see the figure through there. And that goes with scams too. If I bought a Nendoroid from someone, who's to say that they're sending me that Nendoroid, right? And not a bootleg or like a completely different Nendoroid. So those first 3 issues are kind of the main ones. Now we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty stuff. The first one being the boxes are not going to match others. There are different types of collectors. There are collectors that take their Nendoroids out of the box, and there are collectors that don't. Now, for the collectors that don't take their Nendoroid out of the box and just display them with them inside the box, just kind of like Funko Pops, how some people don't take the Funko Pops out of the box and they just display it on the shelf like that. This is like a big deal. This kind of matters, right? So now you're like, your boxes are gonna look all over the place. Nothing's gonna look cohesive anymore, and it sucks. That's one thing. So it's one thing for like all the Nendoroid boxes to be mixed, but it's also, I feel like, another thing if, let's say you bought like a Gojo Nendoroid, right? And it's like the original packaging, the old packaging, it's the current packaging we have now. And then down the line, you buy a Geto Nendoroid. And that Geto Nendoroid, his box is the new updated box. It's going to be so annoying. It's just going to be so stupid and so annoying to have 2 Nendoroids from the same series with 2 different boxes, especially if you're going to be displaying them together. But even if you're not, I mean, like, maybe that's like an OCD thing, but I think they need to they really need to have the same box. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I care about that. Even though I don't display my Nendoroids with them inside the box, I feel like I need to have the same box. I need everything to look cohesive, even in storage. Also, it doesn't matter if a Nendoroid gets re-released. If a Nendoroid gets re-released, again, like, let's go back to the Gojo Nendoroid. So the current Gojo Nendoroid we have now has the current Good Smile packaging, the good packaging. If Gojo sells out and then they re-release him, he's still going to have the new packaging. You're not going to get the old packaging. Oh, I do want to mention, the photo that they have on the article shows a regular Nendoroid box next to a plain box that's going to be the shape of the new box. The actual box is actually going to be designed. I saw a few people who were worried that the actual box would be just a white box. It's going to have design, so we don't have to worry about that. At least it's not going to be just a plain white box. Ooh, you would have heard from me even sooner if it was a white box. I did also want to point out that while I was reading other people's responses, I saw a bunch of people saying that Hasbro apparently has done this before and it never worked out, so they ended up going back to the way they used to do things, their old packaging. So I mean, that might be the case for this. Good Smile might do the same thing, but I feel like, I mean, you should learn from other companies, right? And Hasbro is a big company. I don't know why you wouldn't think about this a little, if they took the time to think about this a little longer and see that it hasn't worked before. I feel like, I don't know. Here's another little thing they added at the end of the article. It says, in the future, we plan to change the specifications of the supports, pedestals, joints, etc. of the Nendoroid series. I don't know in what way. There aren't any details. They kind of just threw that into the bottom of the article. So I did mention that I was making this video on the community tab on my channel, and I wanted to get thoughts about this, and there was this one comment that I wanted to read out loud. Okay, so this comment is from Cupire or Cupire, I don't know. Sorry. And they said, a company that manufactures plastic toys in China doesn't care about their plastic use. Amen. I don't buy for 1 second that they did this solely for environmental reasons. I'm with you. These boxes are what they look like, cheap and easy to make. They are doing this to increase their profit margins and to pump out more Nendoroids quicker. So I did mention them basically trying to put more money in their pocket in terms of using less materials, but that's also a good point that they just want to make more Nendoroids quicker as well. What, decreasing the amount of accessories included in a Nendoroid package didn't help quicken the process? We need to go faster. Reducing plastic doesn't have to mean making the entire box 100% cardboard. They could have just went with a smaller window, but that wouldn't be as cheap. I'm really curious to see how or if they're going to respond to this at all before people start getting the new packages. Or maybe there's just not time to at this point. Maybe they're just gonna have to wait and see. And then my girl Christy Otaku, if you don't watch her videos, go watch her videos. She does reviews like me too and unboxings. Once these new packages start coming in, she's gonna do a comparison video. I guess be on the lookout for that. Let me see if I can find some comments on Twitter. Somebody said, I'm sorry, but what the fuck is this? Not being able to showcase the figure you bought almost completely negates the purpose of buying one to begin with. A majority of people don't even open the box to begin with, as we mentioned. That way the figure stays in its pristine quality that it came in as. Oh, here's one comment that's defending Good Smile. What the heck? The amount of, in caps, whiners in these comments. Guilty. Maybe I'm just crazy because I actually enjoy holding and posing my figures, but Lord, y'all gotta stop complaining about a company making a positive change. I get it. I really do, but I don't think okay, if this was the one thing Good Smile has cheaped out on us with, that's one thing. But they are kind of known for cheaping out on us a little too much in the past. Let me just read the replies to that comment really quick. Somebody replied and said, so you can have your figures the way you want, but others are just whiners if they want theirs the way they want. You're just an asshole. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I feel like we're gossiping. No, but I do get their comments about, I get where they're coming from. They're trying to see the glass half full, and they personally don't care as long as they're making a positive change. But this is a pattern with Good Smile, so it's very easy, and I don't want to assume that they're just money hungry and that's the reason why they're doing that. But when you see a pattern, you know, you can recognize the pattern, right? So you can guess what comes next. Somebody said, did you run market research first? It would be of interest how many of your customers, Nendoroid owners, throw away the packaging. As I, for example, change the Nendoroids exhibited from time to time. I still have all the boxes, no waste. I know some people take all the accessories out too and like store them somewhere else, like in like a little bin or whatever. I keep the accessories that I don't use in storage inside the packaging. So it's one thing if, you know, I take the figure out and all the accessories and just store the empty box and that gets crushed and, you know, whatever. But then now I have to worry about the accessories inside getting crushed in storage somehow. Somebody wrote, I once received a completely wet package and the Nendoroid box was also completely wet. Only the plastic protection saved the figures. Removing the plastic protection is completely impractical. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so this is the comment where I learned, I guess, that Hasbro has done this before and it didn't work. So somebody said, didn't Hasbro prove last year that toys without plastic windows were failures? Why would they repeat the same mistake and change to cheaper product packaging without lowering the price? There was no prior notice before pre-ordering and no price reduction, deceiving customers. Somebody posted a change.org petition to stop this from happening. Good Smile hates to see a Dust and Discuss video coming. That's all I'm gonna say. So there you have it. Good Smile's new packaging announcement. Disappointed? Yes. Surprised? No. So those were my thoughts. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below. I would also like to know if I missed anything that I haven't pointed out or, you know, read from the comments and what other people think. I will see you in the next one. Hopefully the next Dust and Discuss won't be about Good Smile, or if it is, hopefully it'll be something good. I doubt it, but fingers crossed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, which is hopefully soon. Bye-bye.